Hey everybody, it's your boy Proftrof. We're back again with another video. So yeah, someone suggested that I check out this channel called Ahoy. Said they make I gave a fucking amazing ad for the channel, okay? Gave an amazing ad for the channel, so I was like, okay. I wanna see it, okay? You gave an amazing ad. Said they explain weapons and weapons in video games, stuff like that. So let's check it out. This is the AK-47 by Ahoy. Actually, let's not thumbs up first, okay? It's probably good, but let's keep in mind. Oh, YouTube.
What could be more iconic than the Kalashnikov? Rough hewn from wood and iron, its simple construction belies an enduring example of industrial design. It's the weapon of choice for a revolution.
What was that game? What is this?
It's the weapon of
I have no idea what this game is, by the way.
choice for a revolution. And
This is Far Cry 2. I know this game. This is like one of my favorite FPSs ever.
backbone of any insurgency.
You don't know idea.
So,
Counter
what makes
Strike.
the AK so special? Why is a near 70-year-old
Oh, this is I love this game. Fuck, what was it called? It's a survival game. Fuck. Kill. This game is very good. I have the second game. I really want to stream it at some point.
rifle
We'll see.
still so popular? And is there really no substitute?
I mean, there is
The legendary rifle's
a lot,
story
but-
starts in Soviet Russia, in the embers of World War II. This was an era of rapid technological progress amidst valiant acts, and the Soviet Union loved a hero. Mikhail Kalashnikov was a tanker in the Red Army, wounded in action in 1941. During his recuperation, he learned of his comrades' woes with their issued rifles, and resolved to tackle them with a soldier-focused approach to small arms design, with innate usability born from simplicity and reliable function. His early designs caught the eye of officials, and Kalashnikov found himself part of a small arms development group for the Red Army. The Soviets were not shy to take influence from what other forces were fielding, and between captured Nazi weapons, Allied supplies, and a long line of Russian prototypes, the AK-47 began to take shape. The German Sturmgewehr 45
I actually don't have any idea when the first AK was deployed or when it was made. I have zero idea. So this is very
began to take
interesting.
shape. The German Sturmgewehr 44 was a major influence. With similar form factor, it proved the viability of a mid-power cartridge and provided the gas system for Kalashnikov's design.
Oh,
The earlier RPD would also lend its intermediate cartridge to the AK-47, the 7.62 by 39mm round, also known as the M43. Its slightly tapered casing is responsible for giving the AK-47 its distinctive curved magazine.
the banana clip.
In demonstrations, the 1947 prototype outperformed any rival and was readily adopted by the Russians.
I saw some soldiers. Actually, I'm not sure they're soldiers anymore, but I saw some dudes showing how to quickly load an AK. He basically, like, the mag is still in. He takes the other mag, just pushes it, puts it in, and goes back. You know, puts the thing back. And it did it in like 2 seconds. It's pretty cool.
Although initial manufacturing issues did slow down deployment. These issues were
I also know some people used to tape 2 clips together. So you just pull it and put it on the right. So like there's 2 clips in the same time. Only one's in, but the other one's just hanging out.
remedied by 1959, when a modernized version was introduced, known as the
AKM, baby.
AKM.
So what is it?
When
1959.
a modernized version was
Jesus
introduced, known as the AKM. It replaced the milled receiver with a stamped metal one, both lighter and easier to
Christ.
produce,
Oh wow, that's a killer.
and was also
light.
equipped with a muzzle brake to improve the accuracy of automatic fire. There were a large number of variants of this basic design, from the AKS with a folding stock, to a large number of foreign-produced AK pattern rifles, such as the Chinese Type 56, Hungarian AMD 65, or the Finnish RK62.
I know there have been a lot of AKs made here in Bulgaria, but I'm pretty sure they're like standardized. Like
The
no
smaller caliber
version of it.
AK-74 emerged in 1974, firing the lighter but higher velocity 5.45.
Is this where the name comes for? AK-74 because it's in
74.
Wow.
Firing the lighter but higher velocity 5.45 by 39mm round.
Cool.
With greater wounding potential versus the older round, the AK-74 would supplement and eventually replace the AKM in service. Pair these variants with such a broad service history, and you have a recipe for a very popular weapon indeed. There have been more Kalashnikov pattern rifles made than all other assault rifles combined. In fact, of all the small arms that exist, 1 in 5 is an AK.
Wow.
It's utterly ubiquitous, found in every corner of the globe, and such is its influence, it even adorns the flag of Mozambique. No surprise then that the AK-47 is as popular in video games as it
Back when Call of Duty used to be good games. Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. These are the golden days.
is in real life, with perhaps as many digital renditions as those stamped from steel. It's so well known that most instances, regardless of variant, are labelled as the AK-47 without fear of license rights. Only the most cautious opt to use SADS appellations, such as GoldenEye's KF-7 Soviet, or the CV-47 in earlier Counter-Strike games.
What? It was not
These
cool.
virtual depictions reflect the rifle's design in a variety of ways, but there's no mistaking the familiar characteristics of the AK.
What the fuck?
Often, a weapon's identity is forged by the powers that wield it, and with its prominent use by the Second World during the Cold War, the AK has come to symbolize the defiance and might of those who would oppose the West. It's the foil to the American M16, and the weapon of choice for any opposing force. And for that reason,
What is happening in this Call of Duty mission? Are they... How are they not dead? Why are these people not shooting at them? I have questions. I have not played Black Ops 2. Last Call of Duty I played was Black Ops 1. Why are they not shooting at them?
it's often the default option for the bad guys
What are y'all
in
doing?
games that mirror any recent
You
conflict.
rammed him. You rammed
In some cases, like in Counter-Strike, the AK is only available to the terrorist forces. And here it has prime placement, being the top-tier automatic weapon on offer, alongside the
one kill.
counter-terrorists M4. Perhaps it's by its association with untrained militia fighters, or just affinity by design. But long bursts of automatic fire, spray and pray, seems like a
What was this
natural
game? Wait.
association with untrained militia fighters, or just
Black.
affinity by design. But long bursts of automatic fire, spray and pray, seems like a natural fit for the AK.
Where's the... Bro, look at... I want y'all to look at the fragments that are coming off the dude's body when he's shooting him.
Spray and pray.
What is he, a rock
Seems like
man?
a
What is he, the dude from the fuck, what was that thing? Fantastic Four, the Thing? Is this the Thing?
natural fit for the AK.
Jeez.
It has perfectly good accuracy and is more than capable of hitting targets within its effective range. But somehow, the AK doesn't feel like a marksman's rifle. Luckily, the weapon is quite suited to sustain fire, and this is normally reflected within its depiction.
I mean, most of the time, it doesn't feel like a marksman rifle because they give you a stock AK. Like, it doesn't have anything on it. Usually when you pick up like an AK in a game, because it's very classical, right? You can tell an AK is an AK just by looking at wooden stock and stuff. Like, it's not pimped out, okay? If you pimp it out, it feels like a marksman's rifle. They just don't do it because it's the thing. You recognize it immediately with the wooden stock and everything.
AK's rate of fire is fairly moderate, and while recoil is present, it's still possible to rest the weapon onto a close-range target. It's not particularly elegant, nor great for ammo conservation, but you've got 30 chances to hit something, even if it's not what you were aiming at. Of course, it's not just enough to be capable of automatic fire. A weapon must also be able to dole out magazine after magazine without stoppage or fuss. Luckily, the AK's reliability is legendary. With loose tolerances
Why are you shooting at the roof? Why are you shooting at the roof,
and
buddy?
as simple a mechanism as possible, there's not too much that can go wrong, and even less that can't be put right. This is one trait that doesn't transfer well to video games. Malfunctions are seldom shown, as firearm maintenance isn't a particular...
Far Cry 2 had a lot of malfunctions, okay? Look at it. In Far Cry 2, for those of you that haven't played, look at his gun. It's dusted, right? Because it's dirty. In that game, your guns can get dirty, you can clean them. If they're dirty, there is a chance that they will malfunction. Stop shooting, have to reblock it, reload, stuff like that.
Particularly exciting endeavour, and experiencing a feed failure mid-firefight would only prove frustrating. Some games do reflect these factors, however, perhaps most notably Far Cry 2, with scavenged weapons proving much less reliable than those bought brand new.
Shoot him.
Weapon condition is also a factor in some RPGs, such as in Fallout 3, but a poorly kept weapon suffers only in the damage stakes rather than with any interruption. It's this reliability and simplicity that gives the weapon much of its charm. Other weapons might be more high-tech, but that does you no good if it chokes in dusty environments. It seems almost sacrilegious to tamper with the purity of the AK. Strapping anything superfluous to the weapon is an insult to the design principles of Kalashnikov. Some games do let you customize your AK-47 with a variety of attachments. Optics, suppressors, and garish paint jobs. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare had the right idea, as equipping a red dot sight would harm the AK-47's long-range damage, meaning the most sensible choice was just a plain rifle with iron sights. Remember, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Of course, if you're some tin pot dictator of some far-flung land, you can generally do whatever you like.
True.
And this extends to having your favourite rifle gold-plated. Although such weapons are ornamental and clearly not designed for the rigours of battle, some games do feature golden guns. Some represent the pinnacle of accomplishment with the weapon, a reward for the completion of challenges, while others just represent an absence of good taste.
Oof.
So, the AK-47, the very best there is. From drug lords to peasant rebellions, the AK is everyone's favourite weapon. A great equaliser, irrespective of wealth or status. It's not the most accurate weapon, nor the most elegant, but it simply doesn't have to be. It's good enough. It excels where fighters need it most. It's reliable. Stoppages are rare, and any faults that do occur can probably be fixed with a hammer. It's simple to use. There's no need to pore over a manual. The AK is point and shoot. It's so simple, a child could use it. And in some parts of the world, they often do.
Yeah.
It's cheap, easy to manufacture, and even easier to acquire. If you're looking to arm an insurrection on a budget, no other rifle will come close. It is an old weapon, but it's not yet outdated.
I mean, there's newer variants of it, like AK-104, 105s, or whatever they are. Pretty sure they made the new one last year as well. I forgot what it was called though. It looked pretty cool. I watched the video on it, okay? And they said it had some cool stuff. I didn't really understand much because I didn't know what was different from the old one, but it looked cool. Okay,
At the end of World War II, it was cutting edge and led the way for the rise of the assault rifle during the 20th century. Today, although not quite as high-tech as some infantry weapons, the AK-47 still performs its duty. And with 100 million rifles in existence, its popularity is unlikely to evaporate anytime soon. With its widespread use and low cost, the weapon can be counted alongside the most basic of tools. The hammer, the sickle, the AK-47.
Okay.
Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.
Wood Brown. Okay, buddy. Okay, this was awesome. Thank you, whoever you suggested. I forgot what your YouTube nick is, but you know who you is, okay? You know who you is. It was pretty dope, okay? I'm quite curious to see how y'all react to this, how y'all gonna feel about this. AK-7 is very classical, okay? But ever since I started playing Tarkov, I'm gonna be honest with you, fuck the base AK-47. Fuck that shit. I need my scopes I need my little front thing to hold on to it. I need my thing on the butt pad so it makes it comfortable when I'm putting it in. Reduce my recoil. I need all that shit. Okay, I need everything. Okay, it has too much recoil. Okay, I need it. Anyway, quick thank you to the patrons. Pedro Martinez, Kamascarinha, Rob Air, Prince Swasta, Refuse, Chicken 53, Senior Hill, 11, and Like My Dash, Ronic, Nada, James Bizone. Thank you all for the support. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all next time. Okay, have a nice day.